What's up everybody? Today I want to tell you about a tool that is super handy for everything from plumbing to electrical to mechanical, even some carpenter jobs. A good pair of channel locks is always a handy thing to have around. They're also sometimes called water pump pliers. You might have heard that name thrown around. Well, anyhow, Channellock is a name brand, but it's also a generic term for this style of plier that is adjustable from open the whole way, and they have incremental adjustments the whole way up to completely closed. The way they work is there are a series of channels in here, and how can we see it? There it is. You can see right here this this ridge locks in each one of those channels in order to put the jaws at different widths from each other. You can get them in all different sizes. This is, I think it's the 420 model. It's, I don't know, about 10 or 12 inches long. Just a good, handy, general purpose size. You can also get them about, clear down to about half this size. And I also have a few pair of these monster jaws. I think these are the biggest pair they make. I might be wrong on that, but I think these are the biggest. And a lot of times you might use these on maybe a big PVC union where it's 3 or 4 inches around and you really need to get a big bite on that. Again, this is one of those things you don't use super often, but when you need them, they're handy to have around. So back to the smaller, more universal style. When you're buying a pair of these, don't skimp on them. It's one of those things that you'll regret it if you do. The good ones are going to have a good set of teeth that stay sharp and can take some abuse. A lot of the failures that I've seen on some of the cheaper models are in this pivot. This rivet loosens up over time and allows the two halves of the pliers to separate a little bit. When they do, that groove comes disengaged. Say you've got them open most of the way or kind of adjusted wide, and you're really clamping on something, or even if you've got them adjusted closed and you're really clamping on something, and that pivot loosens up and the two sides come apart, that allows these handles to slam closed on you. And usually when it does, it usually grabs a nice chunk of skin and makes a really nice blood blister. It's not fun at all. Also, I found that the dipped handles, as opposed to just bare steel handles, tend to provide a little bit more comfort, and if you do slip off of the fitting and tend to pinch yourself in there, it's not quite as painful when there's a rubber coating on the handles. This is another one of those multi-purpose tools that isn't just good for plumbers or just for electricians. Pretty much anybody can find a use for these. Even for pulling nails. Here's a screw. Let's say that was a nail and a piece of wood. I could even grab a hold of that with my channel locks and then kind of use the jaw here as a pivot to pry that up out. Really, there's no end to the uses that you can find for one of these things. They're not that expensive. Even for the name brand, you can pick them up for about 15 or 20 bucks for a pair this size. Even the monster jaws like this aren't terribly expensive for what they are. So if you got a couple extra bucks to spend on tools, this could be a really good addition to your kit. Comment below and let me know what your favorite tools are when it comes to house repair and maintenance. We'll see you next time.